So Johnny and I are headed up to the Tesla Service Center in Raleigh this morning. That's to mainly address the issue where Auto Present stops working, and also that the front right passenger side sensor seems to be falsely detecting objects up there. There are a couple of other things I'm going to bring up with them, but those are the two primary ones. So Don charged the car up to 264 miles last night, which is about 90% of our battery. The last software update that went on recommended charging to 90% one time. He's now set it back to 80%. As you can see, the service center is 39 miles or 50 minutes away. You know, even though we have a lot of conveniences here in Fuquay, this is about the distance of lots of major things for us. So since our appointment is for 10:30, I've missed the morning rush hour out at the Research Triangle Park RTP, so that's a good thing. I shouldn't have any problems getting up there. See all the debris in the cul-de-sac this morning? That's from the storm that rolled through last night. We never really ended up getting a downpour of rain here, but south and north was just a ton of rain, and we certainly got the winds on the outer boundaries of that storm. There's little bits of debris down everywhere. So we've dropped Ruby off, and they've given us a loaner S for the day. It's a 90D. It's a pretty blue. Johnny is excited about riding in an S for the first time, and I'm going to get used to it not auto presenting. So Johnny and I had to navigate the pop-out handles, and you know, pressing on the brake does not shut the door. So, boy, we're spoiled. Right, Johnny? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess pulling on the handle doesn't cause it to close. Just pull it in, Johnny. Just pull it in like a normal mom's van door. There we go. So, this S has 2,459 miles on it. It's actually not got very many more miles than Ruby. We have 270 miles on our estimated range over here, which I would expect for an S, because with the same battery pack it's going to be able to go a little farther because it's not as heavy. And we've got the climate adjusted and the seat adjusted, and Johnny has made note of the wonderful glass roof, which is pretty cool. I really don't think in the X that the bar for the doors detracts from either the front or the back. The person sitting in the back looks up and sees sky, and the person in the front sees more sky than they do here, actually. But still, the glass roof is certainly a nice feature.
So I actually wonder, why didn't they just not have this part and continue to glass down and kind of make it like the X?
I'm sure it's a safety reason. You know, the X has its safety right across the center post, and the S has it in the front. You know, there's got to be, if the car were to flip, there's got to be a way to make sure the roof doesn't collapse on the people inside.
So one of the things I've noticed about the S is, well, it's a lot different. The differences I've noticed is, A, we're lower than the X. I noticed that when sitting down, I sat down farther. B, well, there's different colors, but I guess we could get this color in the S too, and not to mention it's blue. The S is blue itself. C, there's an old glass roof, which I think is awesome. D, the doors don't open by themselves. A big disappointment in my opinion, but still, they don't open by themselves, and the handles pop out, which is pretty neat. And there's this little bar right here instead of the X, which is this part right here would be would go down to glass, and this part in the ceiling wouldn't be glass. And one big difference from the S to X that I've noticed is, for us, there's a first seat.
So as Johnny mentioned, yeah, it's lower getting in. You know, you have to work a little harder. It's you know, for us older folks, we kind of enjoy getting into the slightly higher X. I'm gonna say that, you know, after riding in the X, this right here, it almost feels claustrophobic. Not really, but you definitely notice that there's something right there, whereas you get used to in the X right away, that really tall glass that goes back over your head and you can see out. So this is definitely more of an inside the car feel. So Johnny and I turned the music on to our favorite 80s hit streaming station, and we noticed right away that the sound in this car is not the same as the sound in our X, because we have the extra sound package. But I was showing Johnny how to change where the sound is in the car, and you know, the bass and the treble and stuff, which, you know, our controls look the same, but he's never seen it. I have it where I want it, and we've never changed it, so he's having fun acclimating, you know, just kind of doing a little science experiment with the music controls. So Johnny and I are a little surprised, but the seatbelt itself, the little part you grab a hold of, it actually feels different.
This part right here is more bulky. There's no spikes on the edge, and usually there's a little hole right here that isn't here.
Yeah, it's different. It's just
way different.
Thank you, Donnie, for getting me an X. There are no automatic doors on the S, and I'm just like, or at least on this S, and like, wow, like, just wow. So Johnny and I are over at South Point Mall, which is just a few miles from the service center, and we're gonna go inside and walk around for a while they take at least an initial look at the car. I have figured out how to unlock and lock the car, but I keep on looking for the door buttons. So, okay, the handle to open the door, but then the door doesn't go anywhere. So push the door open, that's great. And then I have to say that really, this is like, probably because I don't have the steering wheel near where it needs to be, but this is definitely a different feeling getting out of the car, and not what I could say that I particularly enjoy.
Especially since Mom's taller than the S.
I miss my X. I want Ruby back. I like this car, and I really feel fortunate that we're able to drive it while we wait today, but I miss Ruby. I do. So I'm just gonna briefly walk around the car.
For now, I'm gonna give this car a name.
I see I need to get back in and pull it forward about another foot. I didn't mean to do that.
I think I want to name this car Stan for right now. I don't know why.
Stan?
I don't know.
No,
why.
we're going to call this car Sapphire for the day.
Okay.
We're going to call it Sapphire. It does have a very sweet blue paint job. This was our second choice. If I hadn't ordered the red, I would have ordered the blue. So the sky always looks amazing in the hood on the blue.
That is pretty neat.
All right, parking all fixed. Let's go inside and have a good time now, Johnny.
They're dragonflies.
Yep. Pretty cool. Mega Bloks now has Pokemon. Lego compatible. We're in GameStop. So Johnny and I are at the food court here at South Point Mall, and we got Chinese.
It's very good.
This is the first time I've seen Build-A-Bear as a kiosk. Hi! They used to have a store at this mall. Oh, isn't that cute? And the little bear spinning on top. Love the sparkle. That's the Swarovski store. Hello. I love everything in here, but look, they have owls now. How adorable.
And owls are my mom's favorite things.
Not to mention Mickey, Minnie, and Donald Duck. Actually, it's not Minnie, it's Daffy Duck and Donald with Mickey.
No, it's not Daffy.
Who is it?
I actually don't know, but I know for sure that the girl duck is not from Looney Tunes.
Okay. There's Dory and Nemo, I'm sure about them. Even an elf. Oh, and look at the cute guy with the pumpkin. Yeah, there's an interesting gear motor there, but it's on the far side. We can't quite see it, but yes, Johnny, that is what's running the Ferris wheel. It's way cool.
I would think that for this there would be a motor in the middle, but I guess not.
How many pieces do you think are in there?
5 billion?
No, come on. How many pieces, seriously?
I'd say maybe 100,000.
Think a little smaller.
1,000?
I'm gonna guess 3,200. Let's ask the person inside.
Okay. Yeah. Because they don't even know what the wiring is. The wiring is awesome. I think the wiring, because the wiring is awesome.
So do we know how many pieces are in the Ferris wheel?
10,000.
10,000.
My
All right.
first guess.
Well,
Second
you
guess.
said 1 billion was
And
your
then-
first guess.
And then 10,000 was my second guess.
My guess was 3,200.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
10,000. That's wow. He's so cute. If only Johnny was still little. Oh, they're totally cute too.
So this one appears to be the base for this one. And as you can see, it really is a lot smaller.
Wow, we've never seen a Perplexus this small before.
Compared to the big one.
We're in the Croc store now, and I just love all the little kid Crocs. They have so many choices, including R2-D2. God bless you, Johnny.
Thank you.
Oh, and there's Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper too. Wow. So I am a total fan of Haliashi jewelry. And this Lightyear store at this mall carries a lot of her things, which sometimes it's nice to see them outside of the catalog. So we're here at the Soho kiosk, and I just love their stuff. I mean, but I have a whole drawer full, and I'm really bad about not using it because, well, it's so much easier when somebody else puts it in than when I have to put it in. But look at all these beautiful things. This mall has a really nice indoors, and it also has an outdoors, and one of the highlights of the outdoor area is the really cool nifty fountain. On a hot summer day, makes you want to jump in. I'm sure that wouldn't go over very well with mall security though. We're headed to the Apple store now. They called and said we can go pick up Ruby, so we're on our way out. This way, Johnny. Look at that shiny blue Sapphire S waiting on us out there. Way cool. As Johnny said, hopefully cabin overheat protection has kept the car reasonably cool.
Especially since my Mini's in there.
Yeah, I don't have the car hooked up to my phone, so I couldn't turn on the climate, but
Let's hope.
very pretty. That blue would certainly have been my second choice.
Sounds like it's on.
Yeah, the climate is, oh, look at the key handles. They came out for us, the doorknobs, door handles. We're not used to that. Yeah, why don't you pop the trunk and go do that?
We had some yummy leftovers from lunch today, so
Yeah.
that's what those are. I wanted to try sitting in the back seat of the S, and I decided to go for the middle seat. I mean, why not? Best view out the windshield. And the middle seat is pretty much just as comfy as the other seats would be.
So you liking it back there?
Mm-hmm.
He says in the center you get both air conditioning vents pointed at you.
That's right.
So they washed Ruby while she was up here, and she looks excellent again. I am so thrilled. Donnie will appreciate saving one washing. So Johnny and I stopped in Fuquay on the way home, caught up with a pack of Pokemon Go players. Took down another Articuno, and I failed to get it for the third time. Boo-hoo. Oh well, better luck next time, I guess.
On the bright side, Mom said the name right.
So we picked up Ruby from Tesla service. They've ordered some parts, and we're gonna go back probably sometime next week. They could not recreate the self-preventing doors not closing, the car not shutting down properly problem. I'm not surprised. I think that Don and I agree that was gonna be a hard one to figure out. We're gonna try to document it even better the next time it happens. So that's all we can really do, right? They've ordered 3 new sensors for the front right of the car. Kind of, I guess, looked at the logs and maybe there was a little something fishy there. Agreed that the trunk closure didn't sound normal, and so they've ordered a new part for that. We have a seal above the Falcon Wing door that's sort of attached to the glass on the driver side. That's just ugly looking, and they agreed they're going to replace that. We talked a little bit about cabin overheat protection. It's working properly. I'm probably gonna do another little report on that. I got some additional geeky technical stuff about how that feature works, and I'm satisfied that regardless of what my phone shows, that that's working properly now. Trying to think if there was anything else. They really did a good job addressing all of my concerns, and I have no problem with taking it back when they get the parts in, especially if we get a nice loaner car to drive around. I mean, how upset could I be? Not.